for joining us today. Chris is CEO of CFA Society here in Switzerland. Could you tell us a few words about yourself?
Sure, pleasure. Well, I'm the CEO, as you mentioned, of CFA Switzerland. We're an alumni organization with about 3,000 members, and that's basically what I do all day long. We are, at the CFA Society, we're focused at continuing the education of our members. And obviously, people who are active in the finance industry are very interested in the whole developments and innovation strategies, what's happening in the financial services industry in general, investment management in particular. So that's how actually I came to look at the fintech space a couple of years back and start developing that. It's also the reason why I got to talk to John Hucker, who's also a CFA charter holder, who is now the president of the association. And back then we basically talked about what we should do, whether we should do it in the CFA context, whether it will make sense to actually have a separate association. The rest is history, as they say.
Perfect. You're also part of the board inside the Swiss Finance and Technology Association. Could you tell us more about your role in the board?
Sure. I'm particularly focusing on advocacy matters. Advocacy matters is really about how you can influence, or how we can influence as an association, the regulatory framework in Switzerland to benefit the fintech ecosystem in Switzerland. And that, I think, plays a major role, or the regulatory framework with its huge influence on the financial services industry plays a major role everywhere. If the framework is not conscious of what is important to fintech or how it has impact on fintech, then obviously the ecosystem is severely impeded in its development. So that's the activities that we do. We certainly need to create awareness of how the framework and fintech interact, and we also actively respond to public consultations that come from the political, either the political or the regulatory sphere. So we have responded to consultations from Parliament, at a federal level. We have responded to the stock exchange or to FINMA consultations as well, and just provided our input, working with volunteer groups. And if somebody is interested as well, if you, Watcher, are interested in helping us with that in that regard, please get in touch.
I was just about to ask you this. How can people join the advocacy group? Are there certain profiles you're looking for?
Well, it's certainly important and relevant that you actually have experience or have an awareness of how the Swiss system works. You need to understand how, to an extent, or willing to learn about how these processes operate. Because in order to make a meaningful contribution to such activities, you need to understand how these systems work. That's one on the one hand side, and obviously on the other hand, an awareness generally of and interest in regulatory matters is absolutely crucial. So either one of those criteria is perfectly fine.
Perfect. Thank you very much. We definitely invite people to apply, join the advocacy group, and also join the association as a member.
Well, looking forward to talking.
Thank you for the interview.
Sure.